Hi guys, Chemist as a Nerd here. Boom, boom, boom. For dramatic effects. I'm back with another episode of Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. In the last episode, we met up with Ames, Special Agent Ames. We found out where the president is, and implication that he may be working with the terrorists. He died of a heart attack. Mysterious. We met a ninja. We fought Solid Snake in his Harrier. We shot it down. And now we found out that Pliskin was Solid Snake all along. Who knew? It's not like we didn't know that before. It's not like there were signs that he was Solid Snake. Am I right? But yeah, I'm back with another episode of Metal Gear Solid 2. In this video, we are going to meet and rescue the president, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, hope you all have been enjoying my playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 2. I just want to say I appreciate you all for watching. I appreciate all you who have been watching me on my journey. Those of you who've been liking and commenting on my videos. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the ride. I just want to give a quick update. While I will still be doing Alien Isolation in conjunction with in addition to Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 2 is going to be a priority until it's finished, so I can get this done and move on to the next Metal Gear game, which will be Metal Gear Solid 3. But yeah, I hope you all have been enjoying this journey, and let's go. Alright, so we are back here. At the this is right after our fight with the Harrier. So, question is, how do we move on? We are supposed to make our way. Oh, one button. We are supposed to make our way to Strut L. We are supposed to make our way to Strut L. Problem is the bridge is destroyed. So how do we get there? This is how you get to Strut L. First off, we are going to hang here. We're going to shimmy right. Get some pull-ups in while we're at it. Okay, so we are going to shimmy along to the right, and we're going to drop on down to that pipe. We're going to drop on, we're going to shimmy, we're going to hang, shimmy right from that railing, and drop on down to that pipe. Just be careful of the bird poop. Be careful of the bird poop. You can't slip and fall. You can't slip and fall on the bird poop. On the bird poop. Why is bird poop so hard to say? But yeah, just watch out for the bird poop, and then you can make it over to that ledge over to the ledge there, and just climb up, and you can continue there. But we are not gonna. Oh, I got a phone call, or more like a test message from Mr. S. Use the coolant spray to put out fire. Right. Good advice. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the cooling spray to put out this fire. That'll do it. Oh crap. Gotta move.
Raiden, what's going on? Raiden! Raiden!
I forgot that broken stairs. I forgot that those stairs break. I am not going. There's a ration down there at the bottom of those stairs, but I'm not going to bother with that. That's too high risk. Now, speaking of high risk, this isn't the only way to strut L. There's another, more trickier way to get across the bridge. By running and rolling from here onto there. Tricky? Yes. But there is an item that you can get once on the other side that you cannot get anywhere else. We're gonna try and do this. We're gonna try and run and roll to the other side. Again, this is tricky. This may take some attempts, but this is doable. This is doable. I'm going to tell you guys what you get as a reward once we get across. Alright. YOLO. Nailed it. Nailed it. Alright. So we're going to use the cleaning spray to put out this fire. There we go. And what do we get? AK suppressor. We now have a suppressor for AKS-74U. Alright. So now we can use our AK without drawing attention. And once we from here we drop down here. And we can move on. Now, there's no way. Now, in case you're wondering, there's no way to climb up from here to there. There's no way, and that fire will block your path. All right, so from here, we're going to cross this bridge. We're going to cross here. Some of these plates may fall as we cross them, so just keep running. Nice. Nice. Alright. Now we hang and drop from here. I'm gonna do some more pull-ups. I'm gonna get to level 3. I'm not sure how far along we are in pull-ups. I'm hoping that I got far enough I'm hoping that I got far enough that this won't take long. But at this level, at level 2, we can get a lot of pull-ups in before we have to climb back up. Steel grip. We're at level 3. Nice. Hey, told you guys it wouldn't take long. Okay, so like hang, go in the first person to see if I, to see where I land, and drop.
This is not a pretty sight.
Clip the PSG-1. Knock this guy out. Knock that guy out so we don't have any trouble. Now we don't press ourselves against the wall. Crouch. We'll get across this way. And now we're gonna hang from here and shimmy right. Just make sure you don't drop. It's a long way down to the water. Strut L perimeter. I'm glad we didn't have a situation where we ended up dying. Otherwise, we may had to do that jumping to grab the AK suppressor all over again. I'm going to save just in case.
What's up, Jack? Jack, tell me, am I really helping you out?
Yeah, you're a huge help. I'm lucky to have you as an analyst.
But didn't you tell me just a little while ago that I should change my job or quit or something?
Yeah, you were pretty pissed off.
Why did you say those things?
Well, you have to work overtime and stuff. It sounded pretty tough.
But you didn't mean it, did you?
I was wrong about a lot of things then. I just thought that if we had more time to spend together that...
You were thinking of your own danger.
Well...
Don't you think it's selfish to expect everyone to be at your beck and call?
Yeah?
I'm not your personal possession, you know.
That's not how I think of you.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Listen, I like you, and I like the me that likes you. But I do not like being summed up as Jack's girlfriend. The very thought of it makes me shiver. There's a lot more to me than just being your girlfriend. The fact that I'm doing the job I want to do is part of that, understand?
Yeah, of course
I want to be recognized, first of all, for who I really am. Especially by you. I don't want you, of all people, thinking that I'm just your girlfriend.
That's not what I think at all.
Can you really say that?
Absolutely.
Really? I'm glad.
Couples therapy. Great thing to have during a mission. Alright, let's call Snake.
Raiden, you cover the president. Make contact with him before the confirmation.
Can have
of
some
the nuclear
conversations
launch
with
code.
him.
We're going to start repairs on the Kamov. That should keep our hands full for a while. I did a round of Shell 2 during bomb disposal. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever heard of Outer Heaven?
Outer Heaven?
Yeah. Know anything?
No. What about it?
The terrorist leader mentioned it. Something about being close to reviving Outer Heaven.
Is that right?
Well, do you know anything?
No. But whatever their goal is, they're probably up to no good. We've got to stop them.
Yeah, right.
Snake. Seriously, you know all about Outer Heaven.
You know, I thought I heard of AIM somewhere before. DIA would mean we're talking about Nastasha's ex-husband.
Nastasha? Nastasha Romanenko? Isn't she the one who wrote In the Darkness of Shadow Moses?
Yeah, she helped me out during the Shadow Moses incident. She was also actively involved in the philanthropy organization following the incident.
No
Where is she
surprise.
now?
Your guess is as good as mine, but she's probably still a heavy smoker.
No surprise she joined up with philanthropy.
So Iroquois Pliskin was an alias.
Of course.
And the rank of Lieutenant Junior grade?
Made it up.
That's just great. Anyway, I get the Pliskin part, but What about Iroquois?
Iroquois is a francofied version of the Algonquin word for rattlesnakes. It's what they called their enemies.
Algonquin?
The Algonquin Nation, one of the many groups of Native Americans who used to call Manhattan Island their home. The majority of tribes in what's now the state of New York were a part of the Algonquin Nation.
So this was a stronghold of snakes.
By the way,
Funny.
Manhattan means Island of Hills in Algonquin.
Alright, I think that's all. I think that's all I can ask. I think that's all the relevant conversations we can have with Snake. And we all know, we all get why Plissken, Snake Plissken, escaped from New York. Hideo Kojima's inspiration. Alright. Go on. Crouch. And move. Without the radar, you can't really oh crap.
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
So yeah, that's you know what, let's do this. Oh, this was a great idea. So you don't see the problem, right? Just don't remember. Oh crap! Ah, screw it.
Right, what's wrong? Right.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. You know, I had a great idea to crouch low, so those baddies, so those sentries don't spot me. That's not. That could have done better. I don't want to get spotted. I don't want to get spotted. Because I don't want to ruin a potential scene.
Right.
There was a little something that happens in a little bit from now. And I don't want to get spotted and ruined it.
Encounter the enemy requesting backup.
Okay, maybe if I get back into normal. Maybe if I can get back into normal. There we go. I'm just gonna wait until we get back into normal phase. But yeah, this is not. That's really tricky. That's really tricky getting past that. Because you got enemies that you have to you got sentries looking out windows that you have to avoid. But you also got loose tiles that you also got to avoid. Huh. The radar doesn't seem to be going back. It game doesn't seem to be going back to the normal phase. Aww. The incident won't play.
What the hell happened?
I want to play that incident.
Right in.
I don't care if I have to die multiple times. I am playing that incident. I'm just going to shrink them. I'm just going to shrink them. That worked out well. That worked out well. I think the other soldier was checking in on his sleeping buddy. So, that went well. That went great. Alright, now we can continue. Here we go.
Oh, I'm going to go in my pants. Nobody's looking right.
And now he's taking a whiz. He's taking a whiz. Now we're getting peed on. Isn't this fun?
Right. Your grip went up again.
Jack, you're truly amazing.
The enemy has already entered.
Wait, you're supposed to...
Right. My sympathies. Sneaking missions are called wet works for a reason after all.
Don't worry about it, Jack. It's okay.
Rose?
That is, as long as you take a shower the second you get back. Do we have a deal?
Yes, please. Take a shower. He's still going. Good grief. You know, legend says... Oh. Well, legend did say they were still peeing to this day. You guys heard it? I've heard it. Ciphers. Get myself a ration. That's 4 out of 6. Alright. Let's see. 4 ciphers. Let's take them out. Not so easy without targeting indicator. Alright, we're here. We're here, we're at strut. We're at the walkway between strut L and K. Bye bye. Alright, so we are going to have to run and jump this gap.
Is something wrong? Right. Right.
My aim, though, could have been better. Oh, it checkpointed us here. How considerate. Alright. Now let's take out those ciphers again. Hello, N7. Okay. All the ciphers are taken care of. Now, let's try not to die this time. Alright. Now we can just get through this way. Alright, we're clear. Alright. Into the core of Shell 2 we go.
Olga, Snake, he's here. In Shell 1.
My father had some unfinished business with him.
Olga, calm yourself. We will not change the plan because of your personal feelings.
Then screw your plan. I've been waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to the bottom
Now
of the ocean
now
right
we
next to
see
my old
the
man.
directional microphone
Launch
properly at work.
comes first.
Damn it.
Not glitching this time.
Not here.
I don't trust him.
Don't talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. He left my father to die, remember?
Olga, we'll talk later. We need to get started on the final checks for the unit.
All right. I'm headed back there.
The upper connecting bridge to Shell 1 is down.
What about the chopper?
The cam-off is out of action. Take the oil flares from strut L.
I'll tell my men to start pulling out.
Not yet. Their retrieval comes last. The intruder's still at large.
Snake.
What about the other man?
He's got luck on his side, certainly.
He survived that explosion. Listen, Olga, the code confirmation is in 1 hour. Keep the president alive until then.
I know. No one gets in here. Turn the currents on.
Of course. High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to take out that circuit panel from inside the room. And it's no job for bare hands.
All right. Come back immediately.
One more thing.
What?
We leave for Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course. That was part of the agreement.
We start living for ourselves after this. If there's anyone who wants to stay here, I want you to take good care of them.
Gladly. Gerlukovich soldiers are the cream of the crop.
It's time they went free.
What happened to rebuilding Mother Russia?
The old man is dead. The world is a different place now.
It's your life.
Just as a reminder, I'm going to say this again, one last time. Don't try anything on us.
The feeling is mutual.
Mutual distrust there.
I'm in front of the room where they're keeping the president.
Everything all right?
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
Bacon.
Remember the Shadow Moses VR training?
Take out the circuit panel?
Right.
But there's no way into the room.
Try ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I think I see one.
Look for a remote control missile launcher. You can guide it through the duct into the room.
then target the circuit panel. Got it.
Right, but make sure you don't hit the
Yeah,
president.
yeah. Definitely don't.
The president is wired with nanomachines. If we know the frequency, I can raise him.
We've tried that repeatedly, but there's no response. It looks like the walls have a built-in radio shield.
So that's why Ames lost contact with him.
If you need to confirm his position, you can log into the node.
Understood.
Locate a remote control missile launcher first.
Right. We'll find a remote control missile launcher, a Nikita missile, specifically in B1. Now there are no sentries on this floor, so we are safe. But there are but there are gun turrets in that room there. Which is the room where I usually fire the Nikita missile from. Okay, there's a node. Log in. Ding! And there's the president. Alright, so again, the Nikita missiles are in B1. So we are going to take the elevator down. Oh, let's say first. Another couples therapy.
What's up, Jack? Now that I think about it, it feels kind of fresh.
What does?
Before, I could always rest assured that I'd see you again. Now it's different. Now it feels like every word we say to each other counts.
That's great. We could make this into a book and sell it. Want to improve communication in your relationship? Send your man off to fight a war.
Jack,
Rose, you know my life's at stake here.
so is mine.
Rose?
I'm sorry, but I'm really worried too. I can't help but feel like I'm fighting this battle along with you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
I bet when we first played Metal Gear Solid 2, I don't think any of us expected couples therapy. Got a note here right off the bat. And again, this is just to turn the radar on. No, man. I was just wondering how many nodes we have left in the game. I'm thinking 1 or 2 tops. Alright, now it's time to swim.
Colonel, B1 is completely flooded from what I can see.
You'll have to swim through.
I'm fine with swimming.
Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions.
The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Yep. Alright, so we can catch some air. We can catch some air up here. So if we need to find air, we can swim up here. You see on the radar where the where you can get some oxygen. It will be presented. It will be presented by a big by a big blue dot. Also, there are underwater mines down here. We got night vision goggles. Oh, get some air. I want a snake.
Snake, do you know where I can find some remote-controlled missiles?
Remote-controlled missiles? I saw something on B1 in the core of Shell 2. But be careful. Contaminated seawater's broken out of the tanks thanks to that explosion. Most of B1 is probably flooded by now.
Have you ever heard of Outer Heaven?
Outer Heaven?
Alright. Since we died previously, we have to go through those dialogue again. Okay, here they are. And I missed them.
You have the remote-controlled missile. Good job. Now head for the first floor of the Shell 2 core. Take out the power source and make contact with the President before the launch code can be reconfirmed. Hurry.
Got you. Alright, now we're going to swim. Oh, wait. Oh, I just figured this out. When you're close to the floor while swimming, you can press S to have Raiden stand. I mean Raiden, not Raiden. This is in Mortal Kombat. Funny enough, this isn't the first time. I mistakenly called Raiden Raiden. Excuse me. It's been an eventful day at work. Right. I'm going to say before we go any further.
Jack, is that you? See ya.
See ya. Yeah, I think we have to advance later in the story before we get more dialogue with Rose. Alright, first things first. Let's take out these two gun turrets. Oh, shoot them out. There we go. Gun turrets out, down. There's some Nikita missiles I can grab down here. Right. Now there are there are multiple air dusts that we can use to fire the Nikita missile from. And we can see where all these air dusts lead. You can see where all the air dusts lead on the radar. But first, we gotta make sure we don't hit the president. So we have to get his attention. We can do that by knocking on the wall here.
Who's there?
Alright, That's got his attention. Now, I usually fire the missile from here. So that's what we're going to do. This is just about the shortest and most direct route into that room. And that's sure to give the president a shock. Alright. Now we can meet him. Now we can meet up with the president. Before we meet him, I want to give you guys a heads up that the next conversation, that the next scene, his Raiden's conversation with the president, while informative and revealing, it is quite lengthy, and this is where the story starts to get complicated and convoluted. So, just a heads up, if you need a bathroom break, take one now.
President Johnson,
So you're finally here.
you've been expecting me?
Your equipment, that skull suit isn't exactly standard military issue.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
What?
I'm prepared to face the consequences of my betrayal.
What are you... What the...
You're a man?
Yes?
Well, who are you?
Foxhound, sir.
Foxhound? I see. Now things are starting to make a little sense.
Did you have to grab his balls to find that out?
Switch over to nano communication so nobody can listen in.
Yes, sir. Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President, it's my understanding that the terrorists have managed to input the code sequence necessary for launching a nuclear strike.
That's correct. I punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes. Right now, they're keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way. I wanted power. They sought destruction.
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
What?
I don't have any control. The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind
The
this country.
Patriots.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance.
Huh?
Politics, the military, the economy, they control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
Yes?
But it's the truth. The space defense, income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks. Think about it. Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
No?
This country is shaped and controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown what they want to believe. What you call government is actually a well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. I'm legally sane, you know.
It's not your sanity that worries me.
The Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders?
Or maybe all of the above.
No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
Still a pawn.
I wanted to leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were... You'll understand someday. I wished to be a member of the Patriots. I wanted to wield the power of a king instead of being an expendable pawn.
And that justifies acts of terrorism?
Yes. I'd intended to use the new Metal Gear as a bargaining chip.
Bargaining chip?
But I underestimated Solidus. He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
What are you saying?
Whether you believe it or not, the balance of power rests in the hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama that is palatable to the general masses. Can you imagine what would happen if they ceased to function? Picture a massive political vacuum, a space that every powermonger will try to fill for their own greedy ends. I'm talking about an unregulated power struggle, panic, civil war, chaos. Like it or not, the Patriots is an organization that must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind because you wanted to avoid global chaos.
Exactly. When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent disaster, he replied that pawns can never become players.
And who is this Solidus?
My predecessor, George Sears. That was the name the public came to know him by. I knew him by his code name, Solidus Snake. He was the third Snake, preceded by Solid and Liquid, a survivor of the Les Enfants Terribles project. Neither solid nor liquid, he was a well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit to entrust with the presidency. However, he fell out of grace with the organization 4 years ago. When acting on his own, he started an incident.
4 years ago? Shadow Moses?
Yeah?
That's right. At the time, the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, together with certain influential parties, initiated the development of Metal Gear Rex and an advanced nuclear warhead. However, this did not fall in line with the Patriots' plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his most trusted man, Ocelot, to provoke Liquid Snake, bringing about the said incident. As a result, he succeeded in obtaining Rex and the data on the warhead. But in doing so, he ended up revealing the existence of both Rex and the Genome Army, a blunder that earned him the wrath of the Patriots. Shortly thereafter, Solidus was removed from the presidential office.
I thought he resigned.
That's the story given to the general public. Following his resignation, the Patriots selected me, their new pawn, for the presidency.
But that would mean that the presidential race was...
That was quite a show, wasn't it? It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public. Even the Democrats and Republicans were dancing to the Patriots' tune. Everything went according to plan, but for one exception. Following his resignation, Solidus' health was scheduled to fail him, bringing about his untimely death.
Capped?
Correct. But before the Patriots could execute their plot, Solidus went underground with the help of Ocelot. As he avoided pursuit, Solidus gained control of Dead Cell, winning over Colonel Golukovich's outfit. From there, he bided his time, knowing that his opportunity would soon arrive.
What opportunity?
The completion of the new Metal Gear project, an opportunity that would even his odds against the Patriots. By stealing the Patriots' most valued project, he would be able to place them in a very uncomfortable position. It's the only chance he has for survival. Once he has the new Metal Gear, he'll declare war against the Patriots. Needless to say, he must be stopped.
Metal Gear is already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray.
How does he know that?
2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot. That was not the new Metal Gear.
Then where's the new Metal Gear?
Right here.
What?
You're standing in it. To be more precise, this entire big shell facility is the new Metal Gear.
What'd you say?
No, I'm quite serious. The upper structure that you've seen is camouflage, designed to represent an offshore cleanup facility. The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the ocean floor. The connecting elevator is located on the B2 floor of the Shell 1 core. Arsenal Gear. That's the code name for the new Metal Gear.
Arsenal?
That's right. Arsenal. We're talking about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Mass-produced?
The Ray unit was originally designed for the Marines to be used as a countermeasure against the Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal Gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not all. Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise absolute control over our nation's armed forces, not to mention our nuclear armament. In short, Arsenal was created to be the core of our country.
What kind of idiotic weapon?
Weapon? No. You're not seeing the full picture. Arsenal Gear is more than just a military tool. It is a means to preserve the world as it is. It will establish a new form of control. The Patriots will use it to keep their place as the country's true rulers. Right now, they feel pressured and threatened.
By what?
They fear an overabundance of digital information. The world will drown in the coming flood of information, and they along with it. The Arsenal plans include a system to digitally manage the flow of information, making it possible to shape the truth for their own purposes. In short, the Arsenal system is the key to their supremacy.
The key?
Yes. The GW system is the Patriots' trump card. Arsenal Gear will be fully operational when GW is successfully integrated. Once operational, it will be a completely new form of power for the Patriots to wield. I had hoped to seize the project from them, so that I would be in a strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
I'd hoped to trade my way into their ranks. The Solidus preferred rebellion. Outer Heaven, his plan to unleash a nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control over the business community, is also a key factor in his offensive effort.
Outer Heaven?
Listen, there isn't much time. The football served as the key for activating Arsenal Gear. I've already input the necessary code sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish connections with other external systems, and Arsenal Gear becomes fully operational. Stop them before that happens. That is your role.
Role?
You've got to find Emma Emmerich. She's the only one who can stop that thing once it's been activated.
Emma Emmerich?
EE.
She's the system programmer for Arsenal Gear. I believe she's somewhere on level B1 in the core of this building.
I thought the levels below us were flooded.
I'm sure they won't let her die just yet, as she's the only remaining programmer for this project. According to Ocelot, she was being held in a locker room located in the northwest part of level B1. Cut transmission and get moving. This is card 4. It'll give you access all the way to Emma's location. Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
A program for disrupting the control functions between GW and Arsenal Gear. Take Emma to the computer room on level B2, Shell 1 core. She'll know how to load the program into the main system.
A virus?
That's right, modeled after Foxdie. A biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate
We know that
personnel
name.
with a specific genetic code.
But why do you have it?
The Patriots had it engineered as a failsafe, and Ocelot forgot to search me.
Forgot.
Hurry, that disc is the only way you're going to stop
Ocelot's not that clumsy. Oh, forgetful.
Well, I've told you everything you need to know. There's only one thing that remains to be done. Now, kill me.
What the?
There's no time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you kill me now, you'll at least prevent the nuclear strike.
Cut it out!
Do it! That's your role! Pull!
That's abusing your right to free speech, Mr. President. Or is it ex-president?
The president! Why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped.
Sure it did.
I'll see you around, carrier boy.
Forget him. He did us a favor. Without free will, there is no difference between submission and rebellion. My only real choice is to put an end to this charade. Let me at least have the freedom to end it myself.
What are you...
Find Emma. Stop Arsenal. This is my last order as your commander-in-chief. I'm counting on you.
So, okay, that was a lot to take in. So that was a lot to take in. So I am going to try and I'm going to try and summarize this as best I can. So we found out that the Patriots, a secret organization that has secretly, the Patriots, a secret organization ruled by 12 men known as the Wiseman's Committee, have secretly controlled the United States for who knows how long. They control the country. They decide who becomes the president, who is pretty much a figurehead. And this president here has wanted to use Arsenal and GW to make his way into their ranks, to become one of them. But Solidus Snake wants to use Arsenal and GW to wipe out the Patriots, to destroy them. Solid Snake. I always figured that neither solid nor liquid, he was a well-balanced masterpiece. I always thought that Solidus was as close to Big Boss as you can get, because Solid and Liquid, while they are sons of Big Boss, they're not exact copies, because one of them has the dominant genes, one has the recessive genes. So yeah, I always thought that they're not necessarily perfect copies of Big Boss, and I always thought that Solidus was as close to Big Boss as they ever got. And he instigated the Shadow Moses incident, which had Ocelot provoke Liquid Snake and hijack Metal Del Rey, which the Patriots didn't like. So they removed him from office. They tried to eliminate him, but Solidus went into hiding. And now we got Arsenal. Now he has control of Arsenal gear and the GW system, which is a system that's meant to control the flow of information, to shape that information how they see fit. And now we got a virus. That is used to corrupt GW. But in order to use it, we need to find Emma Emmerich EE. Yes, that is Otacron's sister. Emma is Otacron's sister. Now we need to find her. She's in B2 of the show 2 core. We can only hope she's still alive. Everybody got that? Good. Because I'm worried that I haven't got it all. Can we get a dog tag from him? Nope. I admit, there is a part of me that wants to lay a C4 right on him and blow him up. Problem is, we don't have any C4. Oh yeah, we do. Alright, Mr. President. I'm gonna send you off in style. I just had to. I couldn't resist. Alright. We're not done yet with the cinemas and dialogue. We're gonna have some coded conversations once we leave this room. So, just a heads up. Why we can't have them in here? Because it's shielded in here.
Colonel, the president is dead.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat. However, given the recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal gear once and for all.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts.
I doubt you will.
However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Aren't you forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the vice president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1, in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
It's up to you to make sure that the president didn't sacrifice his life in vain.
Understood. Raiden out.
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal gear.
You knew about Arsenal gear?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
You never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the Big Shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described. A massive cover story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right.
And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber.
Well, at least you didn't know all
There's
along.
no doubt that Arsenal gear is being built here, and it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
That's right. Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
I've gone through
It all
VR
went
training of
awry.
the tanker mission before.
Yeah? Well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission. I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Liquid.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, "I'm taking it back."
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with the sinking tanker. A small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public. In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
Not everyone.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it! They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Double agents.
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles...
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to stop Arsenal.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my way.
Alright. Now we know where to go. we have to go back down to the B1 core. And head back to where we pick up the Nikita missiles and then continue from there. Let me save.
Jack, do you need to save?
I told you it's going to get complicated and convoluted from this point.
Jack,
What is it?
I've always been alone.
Huh?
I'm so lonely.
Lonely? Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you mean?
You've never slept beside me.
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Why, Jack? Why?
Listen, Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission, and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look, the mission,
Why don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share your dreams, to spend a meaningful evening with you. I just wanted to find you by my side when I woke up. Is that asking too much?
It's the night. I'm scared of the night. It's got nothing to do with you.
Scared of the night? What's that supposed to mean?
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was that there are certain things that I have to keep to myself.
Do you remember that time I forced my way into your room? We'd known each other for almost a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me. I was so worried about you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It wasn't your violent nature that scared me. It was your room, your heart.
Stop it.
There wasn't anything in your room. Only a bed and a small desk. It looked like a prison cell.
Rose?
No television set. No family pictures. Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like your empty heart.
That's why I tried to keep you out.
I thought I was beginning to understand you. Until I saw that room.
Would you have been happier if I had a picture of you hanging on the wall?
That's not what I was trying to say.
Enough, Rose. We'll talk about this later. After the mission.
Right. After the mission. I understand.
Everybody's got secrets that they don't want others to know. That's definitely, well, I wouldn't say everybody, but that's true for Jack here. We'll find out those secrets later. Anyway, down to the B1 floor. Jeez. Alright, save.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Rose.
Jack, about trying to break into your room.
Rose, just forget about it.
No, listen to me. I said I did it because I was worried about you, but it wasn't just that.
What?
I was suspicious. I thought there might be someone else.
Someone else?
Another woman.
Rose.
I really thought so, because sometimes you're so horribly cold.
You know I wouldn't.
I'm serious. Sometimes I feel like you're pushing me away. So I...
Did you get in?
Yeah.
Are you satisfied now? There wasn't anyone there, was there?
No. No, there was no one there. There was absolutely no one in your room. Not another woman, not me, not even you.
Rose.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to apologize, that's all. Talk to you later.
Oh, this got uncomfortable. I want to call Snake.
Emma's probably being kept in filter chamber number 2 on floor B1 of Shell 2's core. Go around from the south and you should be able to reach her. Start out by swimming south. Emma's probably being kept...
So Iroquois Pliskin was an...
The rumors about Big Shell being...
Alright, this is the
a cover-up
conversation I
are all
wanted.
True.
Otacon?
I had Snake check everything out. Sure, there's some facilities to clean up the pollution, but they're not running at full capacity. Don't you think it's funny that even though 2 years have gone by since the incident, they haven't managed to clean up all the crude oil? Of course, the media doesn't report that kind of thing. I think they're having fresh shipments of crude oil brought in to replace the stuff they've cleaned up. The story you were told about toxic chemicals being released if the plant were blown up also seems pretty fishy. I don't think it's actually true. Information is being suppressed on a huge scale. These guys seem to think that the new Metal Gear is worth all the effort and money they're spending on it.
So I've been lied to all along.
No, I think even your CO didn't know what was going on, and that's probably what he's been telling you.
I didn't mean by the Colonel. I meant by you.
Huh? We never lied to you. We just didn't tell you everything, that's all. You know, you're a pretty interesting guy. You're just like Snake said.
What did he say?
That you're a weak, simple-minded, stubborn fool.
A weak, simple-minded...
Ah, don't worry. He didn't mean anything bad by it.
Really?
Nothing bad. Well, what could possibly be worse than that? That lying, useless, backstabbing, mincing son of a...
Raiden, I'm his friend. I know him better than anyone else. I know he's not that kind of guy.
Yeah, so what?
And, by the way, there's one more thing you should probably know about Snake.
What?
He's right here.
Next to you?
Yep.
Did he hear...
Every word.
Oops.
I'm just gonna get back to the mission now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was like putting up my... back pillow. This autofocus is really a pain. Okay, let's start by swimming. Okay. Dive. Ooh! Ooh! Dive, dive, dive! Right, so these are the mines I was talking about. We gotta be careful around them, because they will blow up if we get too close. And 4 bullets. Alright, let's swim up here and get some air.
Raiden, are you reading me? This is Otacon. What's your situation?
Wet and miserable. This place is flooded. The seawater that's been pumped up is pouring into the building.
I see. Listen, there's something I have to tell you about EE.
Don't worry about her. I'll get her out.
She's afraid of water.
What?
Yeah. When she was 6 years old, she almost drowned with my father in our swimming pool.
She can't swim?
Well, yes and no. We used to swim a lot together when we were kids. In fact, she swam like a fish until that day when she almost drowned. When the accident happened, I was in my room. I learned later that EE was calling me for help. She didn't doubt for a minute that I'd be there. You could see the pool from my room, but I didn't realize at the time that she needed my help.
What were you doing?
I was...
So Emma survived the ordeal.
Yeah, but my father didn't.
So you blamed yourself and left your family?
No. EE seems to believe that was the case. The fact is, I betrayed her.
And you think she can't swim because of the traumatic experience?
I haven't seen her since that day, but yes, I think so. I got a letter from Julie, her mother, after they moved back to England. In her letter, she mentioned that EE couldn't swim anymore, that she refused to even wear a bathing suit.
Damn, if she still can't swim, we're in trouble. Level B1 in the core is pretty much flooded.
Look, maybe you can help her overcome the trauma.
You want me to help her get over it?
Well, it's still gonna take some time to repair the Kamov.
Sorry, kid. Emma's rescue is up to you.
Thanks. An underwater mission. Well, this is a first. Look, I'll see what I can do.
I suggest that you drum the map of the building into your head, because you won't have time to look at it when you try to bring Emma out.
I'm counting on you, Raiden.
I covered most of the core when I had to take out the C4s. If there's anything you need to ask me, call me on the Kodak.
I'll do that.
Alright, so... yeah. That made things harder. Steelman. It's actually a conversation I can have with this.
Snake, it's Stillman. Stillman's here.
Yeah?
He was waiting for me.
Right.
Rip Stillman. We hardly knew you. Batman really did have your number. Okay, so we gotta get around all this debris. Oh. Castiners. Alright, so swim up here, up and over. Open this door. Yeah, we all gonna help. We all gonna have to help Emma overcome her trauma. Gonna help her. We don't have to help her swim through this section. Problem is Emma doesn't have as long as an O2 gauge as Raiden does. So while swimming with Emma, we're going to have to drop by these air pockets more frequent. Alright. Alright, 6 out of 6 rations, that's good. Equip the AK. We don't have a boss battle on our hands. Let's go.
Still ticking, huh?
Unfortunately, hell had no vacancies.
Grazed him.
I thought so. Human muscles are quite elegant.
They speak out clearly what a person's next move will be. They even tell me which way a gun is going to be pointed before the trigger is pulled. But your muscles, they're different. This should be fun. Well worth the wait.
You knew I was coming?
You've become a nuisance. I can't let you interfere with Arsenal gear. The girl is just ahead. She is of no use to us now. But she served us well as the live bait for the big catch. Crazy Ivan sometimes speaks the truth.
Emma's alive?
She was some time ago. But the flooding has become quite serious. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a mermaid now.
What?
Did you really think killing the president would prevent a nuclear strike?
We didn't do it.
Think again.
I didn't do it.
Arsenal is still armed with a purified hydrogen bomb.
Purified hydrogen bomb?
This is no ordinary nuclear bomb. This weapon is capable of heavy hydrogen nuclear fusion using lasers and magnetics to generate heat-insulated compression. It was a top-secret project initiated by the current president, and Solidus has no idea of its existence. The clean thermonuclear bomb is at an experimental stage and is handled differently. Specifically, it becomes launch-capable when Arsenal is activated. A nuclear threat still exists. 6 months ago, we lost everything we believed in. We were abandoned to take the fall in their cover-up. We were labeled as killers, responsible for the mass murder of civilians as well as our own allies. And the public believed every word, turning a deaf ear to whatever we had to say to the contrary. Our only goal is to wipe them from the face of the earth and destroy this world of deceit they have created along with them.
You're insane.
Insane? We might be the only ones telling the truth.
Final check for activating Arsenal has been completed. All Arsenal personnel report to your stations.
Well, it sounds like Arsenal's ready to go into operation.
Damn it!
You're still hoping that the girl can install that virus you're carrying around, aren't you?
How does he know?
You know?
It's a shame you're not going to be around long enough to hand her the program. That isn't seawater, you know. It's a byproduct of the microbes contained in the pool. Buoyancy is practically non-existent thanks to the high oxygen content. Once you fall in, you don't come up. Take a good look at your grave. Show me what you've got.
Alright, we're gonna fight Vamp. And we'll start by shooting him in the head. Alright, so, like Vamp said, do not fall into the water. That's an instant game over. Also, his weapon, he uses only knives in his attacks. It'll attack with knives either either running up to you close up or getting on the upper railings and throwing them from there. It can also pin you to the floor by throwing a dagger at your shadow. So if his knife hits your shadow, it'll pin you down. To mitigate that, I am going to shoot out these lights here.
Yeah.
Right. So that eliminates the chance of me. Being pinned by my shadow. interesting that one of my... And when it's always red like that, he's invincible. He's invulnerable. So wait until that red always... So wait until that red aura is down. Alright, going back at... It's going back down to the water. How is he able to swim down there when I... How is he able to swim down there when... How is it able to swim down there? How is it he's able to swim down there when I die if I fall down there? Shoot grenades into that water while it doesn't deplete his HP. Alright. Take a grenade to the face. You can't, also you can't shoot this. You can't shoot this dagger out of the air. I wish they gave us a totally reticle. That would have been nice to have. Okay, where'd you go? One more hit, I'll do it. I'm hoping this finishes him. Got him. Vampire Slayer. Got him. But is he truly dead?
Colonel, they've apparently completed the final check procedure for arsenal gear.
Find Emma on the double. You've got to get her to install the virus program that the President gave you. When you find her, take her to the computer room on level B2 in the core of Shell 1.
Snake, did you catch all that? I didn't make it on time. Arsenal's going active.
Yeah, I heard. The hostage rescue's gonna have to wait.
I'm going after Emma.
We'll secure the computer room. Looks like we can't install the virus program without Emma.
Can't your partner do it?
I would if I could, but the security for this system is no joke. I need more time.
That's why we need her.
Understood. I'll make sure you have your family reunion. What's up?
A lot of years have passed between EE and me.
Then you should see her, right?
I don't have the right to see her.
We can talk about this later. Raiden, I think you'd better get moving. Emma's in the locker room to the north, right?
I'm on it.
He's on it. Alright, let's pick up some items. I think we're good. That water is still dangerous. Do not fall in. Alright, let's save.
Jack, is that you?
Who else? Excuse me.
Talk to you soon, Jack.
Alright. So, that's gonna be it for this video. That's gonna be it for this video. We got far enough in this video. When we hop back into, so yeah. Oh, what was my train of thought? So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. When we get back, when I come back, I'll be back with part 6. I think this is. I think it's next. When I get back with part 6, we are going to rescue Emma. We're going to rescue Emma Emmerich and take her to the B2 core of the B2 floor of Shell 1's core. But yeah, thank you all for dropping by and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But yeah, thank you all for watching. You all have a great rest of your day. Take care.